Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2099, the newest move card coming to the game that is most definitely going to see a lot of play and cause a lot of destruction. My name is Michael, but you can call me Molt, and I am a huge move fanatic. I have been playing move since the game first came out and love it. I've made it to Infinite many times with strictly move decks, and today I'm going to show you all that I've learned about move over the thousands of games that I've played, especially in regards to Spider-Man 2099 and the interactions that you will be able to get out of him in your games. Spider-Man 2099 is a 4-cost, 6-power card that reads, the first time this moves to a location, destroy an enemy card there. If we were to compare this to another card in the game, we would set our sights on Shang-Chi. Knowing that it is a 4-3, we look at that power difference and we say, hey, is Spider-Man 2099 better because of that 3 extra power? Well, it depends. There are going to be some scenarios where yes, it is, but also Shang-Chi will target every single 9 power or above card at that location, while Spider-Man 2099 will randomly choose a card at the location, whether there's 1 or 4 of them. The thing that I'm most excited about Spider-Man 2099 is the fact that it will fit into a lot of different decks. If you're not a move fan or it isn't the style of archetype that you like, promise you, if you just give it a try, you're gonna love it. Then you don't have to worry about it because you can throw Spider-Man 2099 into any sort of deck. All you really have to have in that deck is gonna be Iron Fist to move Spider-Man 2099, or you can use the newly added Season Pass card Ghost Spider, and on turn 6 you can play Spider-Man 2099 and Ghost Spider, moving it to a certain location that you desire. Or you can play a Zabu control style deck where throwing in Spider-Man 2099 will now make it cost 3, which will give you a little bit of versatility as to when you want to play it, as well as put a little bit of fear into your opponent. You don't always have to save Spider-Man 2099 until the final turn, but you can, obviously. So what we're going to do today is go over a couple of the combos and situations that I think you can use Spider-Man 2099 in the most effectively, and hopefully if you end up grabbing them for yourself, you're going to be able to get some wins and steal some cubes. One of my favorite cards in the game is Kitty Pryde, just because of the versatility and power that you can have on the board at the end of the game if you are able to get her by turn 1 or turn 2, giving you a 8 or a 10 power Kitty Pryde. And the fact that it costs 1 actually allows it to work really, really well for a final turn play with Spider-Man 2099. Going into turn 6, depending on what your opponent has done up until this point, you can play Iron Fist, Spider-Man 2099, and Kitty Pryde, causing a lot of shift on the board, not only adding 10 power to one location, 2 power in the form of Iron Fist to another location, but also destroying, hopefully, a large card on your opponent's side with Spider-Man 2099, as well as adding 6 power to that location, which would be a very, very big turn 6. Another one of the combos that I mentioned earlier for turn 6 would be playing Spider-Man 2099 and then Ghost Spider down on the board, which obviously doesn't allow you too much versatility because you're going to add all of that power to one location and remove power from that location. So you would almost want to have another location locked down if you can, because you're going to be adding the 6 power from Spider-Man 2099, as well as the 3 power from Ghost Spider, and removing power from their side, which honestly could end up being a little bit overkill, just depending on the situation. Another fun combination that I thought of if you are playing a move deck is on turn 5, you would want to end the turn playing Iron Fist. So play a 2, and then Iron Fist, or play a 4-cost and then Iron Fist. And then on turn 6, you can play Spider-Man 2099 and then Ghost Spider after that, moving it to another location, adding that power there. Now, if you are playing a move deck with Spider-Man 2099, then the door for you to cause a lot of destruction and confusion for your opponent is wide open. On turn 4, you can play Spider-Man 2099 down on the board, and then turn 5, you could play Iron Fist, Dagger, and Cloak, giving yourself a lot of power for that dagger, and then allowing you to move Spider-Man 2099. You then move that dagger to another location. Then you can play something along the lines of Doctor Strange to pull your dagger that is now massive, and then you could play Juggernaut on a different location to cause a lot of problem and disruption as well. The biggest thing with cards like Spider-Man 2099 is obviously breaking down certain scenarios in which it can be used, and whether or not you want to surprise your opponent or if you want to play it early and scare them into maybe retreating and stealing some free cubes, or making them a little bit nervous when it comes to the decisions that they're going to be making. You could even make some really cheeky plays to where on turn 4 you play Spider-Man 2099, and turn 5 you play Cloak on a different location. And if Spider-Man 2099 is your highest power card, then you could make your opponent think that you're going to move Spider-Man 2099 to that cloaked location. But instead of moving it there, you could move something like Dagger or Vulture. But before that, you would move Spider-Man 2099 with Doctor Strange to a different location, not the cloaked location, catching your opponent off guard because they thought all along that your goal was to move Spider-Man 2099 to the cloaked location. I know that I just listed an incredible amount of different combinations and scenarios in which you could use Spider-Man 2099, but that's what I find so fun about Move in this game in general, is thinking about all of the combinations that you can use to have fun, first and foremost, but also to catch your opponent off guard and steal some cubes to help you push up towards infinite. I hope you guys were able to learn a little bit about constructing combos around Spider-Man 2099, and I also hope that you can take some of those thought processes and move it into the rest of the game, breaking down turns, breaking down scenarios to make yourself a better player, more well-rounded, and continue to climb up to the top.